Speaking of other cancellations, there is, of course, the case with Ethan Klein again. Whether Ethan Klein was always this person, or whether he changed, or whether he is just a chameleon and changes to whatever he thinks suits the protection of his money, which is a smart thing to do. Like, you can't hate him for that. But whatever, like, this is a man who was once prided of having integrity. People are like, oh, he's the most this guy has integrity. He defends the underdog. He stands for freedom of expression and freedom of speech. He doesn't like people bullied. He's gone from that to literally like, I hate everybody and I want everyone to not have money anymore. What he said with the whole gassing, I don't want to repeat what he said. Talking about Ben Shapiro and showers with a funny smell. It's fine to make jokes, okay. I ain't got no problem with people making jokes, okay. You just got to know if you're making jokes and putting that energy out there, it's going to come back on you. People are going to make jokes about you. You're fair game because you joke about people, but this is how it works. As someone who's prided himself as being a comedy, he used to call himself a comedian. Yes, do air quotes. I hate air quotes, but let's do it. He should understand this. And his delivery of when he says these uncouth things, which he says quite often, doesn't come across like that of a trained comedian. Okay, it doesn't seem like a pun. It just seems like he's just saying it, for some sort of effect. And the guy just thinks, and he's always playing victim, saying, "Oh, I'm the victim of right-wing trolls trying to cancel me." It's like, bruv, you're the one who upholds this stuff. Like, you go around saying everyone should lose their channel for whatever reason. Okay, all right. You approve of this, okay? And he tried to make the claim that, oh, I'm anti-Semitic. I'm a Jew. It's like, you could be, like, there's plenty of people who are a part of a group who hate that group. Look, all those crazy white people going out, protesting, going deaf to all white people. It's like, there's insane people out there. And you don't come across as a sane person half the time. It's just a very bitter, horrible person, which is not a good look for anybody. Someone who keeps going on about, he was talking about Leafy and how and he's saying, you just can't say that kind of thing on YouTube anymore. Like, bro, just deal with it. That's not that you can't do that edgy content. You've got to, move on with the times. You've got to adapt, man, and change. And he was riding on his high horse going on about that. Oh, yeah, you got to change. We had to change. We had to adapt. Yes, and his wife's like, no, you have to adapt to the times. Okay, well, you know that then, don't you? Like, surely you know. Okay, you know that, do you? Do you know that? Oh, you don't know that. Or do you know that? Did you know that? Because you know you can't go and make a comment like that. And this beggars belief. Like, how do you not know that this wouldn't happen to you? But knowing full well how hard it goes when anything to do, especially like saying about gassing people. Like, what the hell is the matter with you? And he's going, well, I'm a dual citizen of Israel and America and a proud Jew. It's like, okay, well then you don't understand your people, because your people go hard. Your people go hard when this shit happens. It's like, what did you say, are they? Like, they go hard. Like, what is the matter with you? How would you not know this wouldn't have, like, this kind of repercussions? And getting a one week ban is nothing compared to what's happened to other people. You know, you are a Jew. You know the community goes hard. Why would you do that to yourself? Why are you playing yourself like that? That is crazy. That's crazy. That you just would be so unaware and not practice what you preach. Or you can't say that kind of thing on YouTube. Or why are you doing it? Do you think you had special privileges? Well, you clearly don't. Okay, they're making an example of you for whatever reason, because they don't want to appear, because YouTube don't give a fuck about anything. It's just money. Okay, one creator could say whatever the hell they like and never get touched because no one cares. But if a big creator says just one thing, they're going to go after you because it's about appearance. It's about keeping shareholders happy, advertisers happy. This is a business. They don't give a fuck. It's just about money. That's why they're so inconsistent. Their inconsistencies is because it's just, how much is this going to cost? Okay, fine. That's it. They're like the person, who's kind of like me, don't want to appear like you care about money too much and you're mean and tight-fisted. You know, and you go into the restaurant, and then your favourite dish is there, like, but it's twice the price of what you usually pay, and there's nothing else you want to eat. And you're like, well, you'll have the Peking duck, won't you, darling? And I'd be like, nah, I don't even like it. Don't like it. Hate it. Throw it in the bin. What is your favourite food? No, not today. It's not. I'll have the disgusting slop that's half the price. Okay? And then the next day you find the Peking duck for the price you like and go, Peking duck, where's my favourite? You're inconsistent. You just won't admit it's about the money. I was like, is this because it's expensive? No, I don't like it, all right? I've never liked it. Stop asking questions, because questions will cost you too much money, you know? So there you go. That's it. When it comes to YouTube, so they don't care about what you say, and you should know this, that like they're going to come after you because they have to save face in these matters, you know. These ECGC scores, or whatever they're called, are hard, you know. These are very real things. If you're seen to be supporting certain things and not condemning other things, it's going to affect your share prices. It affects everything, right? This is the virtue economy. We live in a virtue economy right now, where everyone has to have a smiley face. Okay, I agree with everything that people tell me to agree with. You have to, because it's going to affect your money. Okay, affect your money. And if anyone knows about that, it would be Mr. Ethan Klein. He has always complained about the financial situation. He moved to a podcast not because, this is what I always wanted to do, because it was financially viable when what he was doing before became not so financially viable, because he couldn't make content that appeased the algorithms anymore, because it was like slightly edgy, you know. It had a tone to it that just wasn't bankable anymore. All of them did. Think of the golden generation of then, you know, when you had your Filthy Franks and your iDubbbz and your Max Mofos and so forth. None of them are doing any of that shit now. None of them, because it just wasn't financially viable anymore. Some admit to it. Ethan Klein does not. He says he was depressed. So depressed until he decided to make 3 videos trying to destroy Keemstar's career. Like, okay. So you're not depressed. So you're so depressed, but you can't make content anymore. But you can still put together these 3 videos to go after, like, your the enemy you created for yourself. Don't ever be like that guy. And just referencing something when it comes to him. When you go back, this sort of downfall all sort of started. I mean, he's always kind of been for cancellation, really, because when the Logan Paul thing happened with the suicide forest, he was calling for his channel to be taken down. Okay, so he has kind of always been a bit like that. But when what really happened is there was the whole PewDiePie N-bomb situation. Okay, when he dropped the N-bomb, and then Ethan Klein was saying, I can't defend him for saying that. And then people were calling him a hypocrite because he'd been on one of his first podcasts with iDubbbz saying, N-bomb, F-bomb. N-bomb, F-bomb. You know? And people were calling him out for that. And he's saying, oh no, and yeah, it is different context. But in that world, the world in which you inhabit, context doesn't matter. You don't say it. You don't say it. Okay? Doesn't matter about context. And when Keemstar pointed this out, and he wasn't really going after him, he was just saying, look, people are saying you're a hypocrite because of that. And that sent him off. That really sent him off. Because he was like, I'm not a racist. Because now people are calling him, saying, you know, you said this, you did this, which is what they used to do to Keemstar about him dropping N-bombs on live streams and stuff. And now it's like, no, now I'm not the same as that. I'm not the same. Oh, no, I love black people. And that kind of set it off, set in motion for him becoming what he is now and going after people left, right, and centre. That's what happened, man. This guy just doesn't take any accountability, you know, because let's not forget, even before he started going really downhill, you know, he had Jake Paul on his podcast years ago. Let's not forget this. When he was accusing FaZe Banks of assaulting his assistant. And this is where it was first announced. And this became a huge thing. Whether it was true or not, who knows? Was it done just to boost views? Probably, knowing them kind of people. And he's there on his podcast making wild accusations against another well-known person, and he didn't even call him out on it, despite the fact that he spent months calling Jake Paul out on everything he did, making criticisms of him. But you don't criticize him for that. You're criticizing him for, like, standing on top of a TV van and going, bro, and saying, oh, what a terrible person he is. But he's there making outlandish claims when this is something that should be, dealt with by the police. And he's on your platform making these, and you don't say nothing to him. You don't call him out and go, yo, you need to calm down with that. He's on your platform. And he's going, yeah, well, this guy assaulted my assistant. It's like, well, this is a legal matter, and I think, you need to chill out a bit before you start making these accusations, don't you? He didn't say nothing. He didn't say a thing to Jake Paul, the guy who he apparently had despised. This guy, Jesus, let's not forget about that. People think it's more recent he's become this complete douchebag. Nah, I don't think so.